Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this WILN Sports Special presentation of the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, our regular season finale, week number 10, as the Comets of Crestwood play host to the Cougars of Hazleton area. We head down field level, referee Harry Caskey with both teams' captains with tonight's coin toss.
Hit me with an unsportsmanlike conduct foul, okay? If you get one more, I'm sending you home. I don't give a shit. I move on anyhow, okay? All right. You want to toss, you want the ball, okay? You're kicking and defending that goal. Put your back this way. Put your back
right
that
over
way.
here, face them.
Over. They want to toss. They want the ball. All right, fellas, sit down.
The opening kickoff.
We've had tonight's opening coin toss. And before we get started and preview tonight's game, let's pause and hear from the Crestwood Marching Band with tonight's national anthem.
Isabella Rolusco.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so ever streaming, and rocket to the most bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That has been our national anthem. I'd like to remind you, Lehigh Valley Health Network is pleased to be the official sponsor of WILN's Game of the Week. Best of luck to tonight's teams from Lehigh Valley Health Network. And you are looking live at Crestwood Stadium on the campus of Crestwood High School in Mountaintop. Thank you for joining us for continuing coverage of high school football on WILN. The regular season finale between Crestwood and Hazleton area. I'm Marty Burns, joined by the coach, Joe DeMelfi. Mike Sosar on the sidelines, Jim Burns on the stats. Joe, before we get started, get through tonight's officials. You mentioned referee Harry Caskey. Carmen Saporito is the umpire, the linesman Dave Baczynski. Chuck Hannon is the line judge. Robert Latier, the field judge. Charles Ciandra is tonight's back judge. Joe, Hazleton area needs a win and some help to get a Week 11 game against Delaware Valley. Crestwood looking to win tonight, be guaranteed of a home game in the District 2 4A playoffs that would begin next week. Probably play North Pocono. We're set for the Barbush Automotive kickoff. Number 7, Ethan Shudak will be kicking away for Crestwood. Back deep for Hazleton area is number 1, Matthew Bookman. Number 13, Matthew Casadas. This will be Bookman from the 7. Straight up the field, and he's hit hard and dropped at about the 25-yard line.
Stopped at the 25-yard line. We're close to 10 Cougars.
Brandon Theroux, a sophomore for Crestwood, brought him down. But Joe, your thoughts before we head into tonight's game?
Week 10, both teams playing for something, looking forward to a very good football game.
And I think we're both expecting a close, hard-fought game here between two teams that have something to play for.
Hazleton getting better, Marty. Crestwood, we've seen. Coach Arcangeli has done a great job with them this year.
So the Cougars start 1st and 10 at their own 25. First carry of the game will be Matt Bookman. He found a nice hole and gained 9.
Number 1 on the carry.
Ethan Stoltz on the tackle, and the Cougars coming out no huddle.
We've seen Bookman the last couple of weeks. Very impressed with him, Marty. Now, one of the things Coach Brennan does well is use the clock.
Bookman on 2nd and 1, dances, leaned forward, he got across the 35. That's enough for a Harry's you pull it Cougar first down.
We talked about Bookman's running style last week. He has the ability to move sideways very quickly before the line of scrimmage and then find the hole up the field. That's what he did there. Not much there, but enough for the first down.
Jim Burns had the Cougars last week over 30 minutes of time of possession offensively. If they get around that 30-minute mark, I think Coach Brennan will be thrilled tonight. New set of downs, 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the 36. Brandon Naminsky met Molesky in the backfield, brought him down for a loss.
Naminsky, senior, good size. They have him listed at 6'6", about 220. We saw him earlier in the year when we did the Wolf Pack of Wilkes-Barre area and Crestwood. That ended in a very, very exciting fashion.
And we mentioned during that game that Naminsky heading to UConn. 2nd and 12 for the Cougars. 4 receivers set. Warner throws, it's to Casadas, and Casadas is out very near the first down, appears to be about a yard shy.
One of the things Casadas, good throw by Warner, good catch by Casadas. Casadas going to have to take this route just a little bit more to the outside because the linebacker, inside backer, almost got there.
And as always, that replay brought to you by S.J. Kowalski, leaves the Cougars with a 3rd and 1.
4-2.
They'll go to Molesky. He lowers his shoulder. He's in the Comet territory. He's got a Cougar. Harry's, you pull it first down.
You know, interesting the different styles as we look at the S.J. Kowalski replay. Bookman is more of a darter type. Molesky just going to pound it at you, and that's what he did there. Good gainer, first down.
I know from up here, I wouldn't look forward to having him come at me.
I tell you what, if you have to tackle him the whole night, you start to feel it, I'm sure, after a couple of downs.
Warner keeps taking it to the outside, steps out of bounds. We'll see where the officials will mark him out. Looks like a gain of 3 for Kellen Warner.
One thing we talk about with Warner, he has gotten better every game. He handles the ball much better, tough to find it. And we always say this, Marty, you can't find the ball, it's tough to make a tackle. There you see it on the S.J. Kowalski replay as he takes it outside for about a 4-yard gain.
9:06 left in the opening quarter on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Opening possession of the night, and Hazleton area has a 2nd and 7 from the Crestwood 46. Molesky from the fullback position gets the carry, and he gets inside the 45 to about the 42, leaving the Cougars with about a 3rd and 3.
One of the crucial things in this game is 3rd down conversions. We're going to have one here. But you know what? Molesky moved that pile 3 yards on his own almost, Marty.
Cougars have already converted a 3rd and short on this possession, looking at 3rd and 3. Bookman has entered the lineup and will be the tailback behind Molesky. 2 receivers set to the bottom of your screen. It's going to be Bookman trying to find a hole, and he found his way near the 39. Let's see what Harry Caskey rules. And it's just shy of the 39. I apologize, 4th and short.
No problem. I tell you what, this is a good example of his running style, and this S.J. Kowalski replay. Bookman left, right, and then he found the gap and got it up the field just short. Hazleton looks to convert.
And it'll be Warner straight ahead. He gets to about the 38. He gets a Harry's You Pull It first down following his center, James Bugda. Damiano Funeral Home, located in McAdoo, providing traditional and pre-arrangement services and cremations, which are performed at their on-site facility. For professional and courteous service, call 570-929-2820 for the Damiano Funeral Home. High snap, and that just took the whole timing away from the play. Warner is dropped for a loss of about 7. Naminsky and Kalachik.
Naminsky up the field right now. His pressure plus the high snap, almost a 10-yard loss for the Cougars.
They got second down and 17.
So we'll call it 2nd and 17 from the Comet 45. Warner looks left. Rolls, throws, and just threw it away. Fisher was in the area. He was heavily guarded by Garrett Swank, but Warner did enough just to get rid of it and live to fight another down.
And that's another part of Warner's progression, getting rid of the ball. Had time, had about a couple of seconds to get it down the field, nothing there. Tried to bail out to his left, then threw it away.
Short side. Correct.
Warner trots in with the play on 3rd and 17. And they went for it on 4th and short. You know, you get about half of this yardage back, they may go for it again. Whistles stop the play. I believe we have a Cougar timeout. 6:48 left in the opening quarter. It's scoreless.
Life is full of partners. Your health deserves a partner too.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Long drive to start the game, Joe. Hazleton area timeout in this scoreless game.
11 plays, Marty, 30 yards.
Warner's going to be sacked. And once again, that was Kalachik, the freshman for Crestwood.
Marty will talk about using the clock as we look at S.J. Kowalski replay. And you see the freshman make a play right there. He comes up with a big tackle. 5 minutes and 12 seconds on that drive.
So Hazleton gains field position as Russo will be back for the BLB Auto Sales punt. Angled kick that's going to be tackled down around the 20-yard line. DeMarzo came up with it. Wasn't sure if that was Fisher among those that brought him down in the open field.
It was a great job fielding that punt because of the pressure. But if you let it hit the ground there, you may be looking at getting the ball on your own 5-yard line. So good job fielding that punt.
Double eagle. Double eagle.
Ryan Miller in the backfield for Crestwood coming off a 160-yard effort for the Comets. They're going to start with a handoff to Swank. Hunsinger brings him down from behind, but not before Swank picks up about 5 on first down.
Swank on the carry. Hunsinger number 50.
Good job by Matt Fisher keeping that inside so Hunsinger can make that tackle after about a 5-yard gain.
Mentioned Miller unofficially needs 44 yards tonight to go over 1,000 for the season. Ryan Petrosky is the quarterback. He'll give it to Miller. And he was hit first by Bryce Reed, among others. Looks like they're saying he got a gain of a yard. I thought the Cougars held him to no gain, but it'll be left with a 3rd and 3 for the Comets.
S.J. Kowalski replay. They ran a little bit of a draw-type play. Reed, Mattarello right there, forcing a 3rd down.
Petrosky flags stop the play, and I think we'll go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8.
Procedure against the Comets. We're going to back it up 5 yards and try that again.
Slant right. Listen, shade right. Shade right. Automatic.
Crestwood wanted to throw that short out pattern, pick up the 1st down. Penalty on the Comets.
Watch straight. Plus has to lock on.
Petrosky again out of the gun. Back to pass. Going downfield, and it's caught by Naminsky. And Naminsky will be hauled down by Molesky near midfield. He picks up a crucial Comet. Harry's you pull it 1st down.
S.J. Kowalski replay. You're going to see Naminsky able to bring this down because he's 6'6". If you look at the defender in front, right in front of him, Matt Fisher couldn't get it high enough to knock that down.
Petrosky will go under center for the first time tonight, and he's going to give to Miller. Bryce Reed there immediately holds him to no gain.
On the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, Molesky and Reed right there. So we're looking at no, as you mentioned, Marty, no gain, 2nd and 10.
And Joe, I think we've both agreed this Hazleton area defense, even the second half of the season, has played very well. And I think the big key has been the play of this defensive line.
And the linebackers, you're exactly right, Marty.
2nd and 10 for Crestwood. Play action. Petrosky rolls left. Throws. Complete to Harding. Now they'll say he bobbled incomplete. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
It'll be 3rd down. All right, we found a cell phone already. If you lost your cell phone.
Miller tried to get to the corner off that bootleg, Marty. He had something, just got the ball there, just couldn't handle the football. So a 3rd and 10.
And I think as in the last 3rd down, Petrosky likes to look for big number 1. He's at the top of the formation. Petrosky rolls right. Looking downfield for Swank. He's got him. Complete near the 20 for a Harry's. You pull it. Comet 1st down.
I'll tell you what. Swank hugged the sideline. Sort of got lost in that secondary. And Miller does a nice job getting the ball to him. Good catch by Swank.
Comets just outside the 21st and 10. This will be Miller. And Miller forces his way for a gain of about 4 to the 16. Crestwood Pharmacy, located at 10 South Mountain Boulevard in Mountaintop, is your one-stop shop for all your health and prescription needs. Pillbox services available. Professional, friendly service. Flu shots available. Walk-ins are welcome. Stop in today or give them a call. 570-474-5859. Crestwood Pharmacy at 10 South Mountain Boulevard. Comets for the first time tonight in the Grand Central Red Zone. Swank throws it out to the far sideline. Petrosky throws it out to Swank. And he appears to have, hey, Harry's, you pull it. 1st down.
We have a freshman out there, Connor Shamani, really giving too much room to that outside receiver. Picked up the 1st down. We're looking at 1st and goal.
A gain of 8 puts the ball on the 8. 1st and goal for Crestwood, their opening possession of the night. As the clock ticks under 3 minutes remaining in the 1st quarter on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership. No score. Swank now at the bottom of your screen in one-on-one coverage. They're going to hand this off, and getting to the end zone and in for the touchdown. TJ Kulak.
Got the handoff from Petrowski. Here you're going to see it. Kulak getting to the corner, takes it into the end zone. Crestwood, very impressive drive.
Alex Romanowski on for the Sacco Chiropractic extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. 2:43 left in the opening quarter. Crestwood strikes first, leading 7-0.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Hey guys, it's Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. It's Jeep Adventure Days and Ram Power Days. Save over 10 grand on the 2019 Dodge Ram Classic Quad Cab. On the 2019 Compass Latitude, save over $8,000. You love that Grand Cherokee Limited, save yourself over $7,000. You get a Dodge, you get a Jeep, and you get a Ram. So come on down to Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, and see why we ride the lowest price guaranteed.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
We welcome you back to Crestwood High School. Comets on their first possession take a 7-0 lead. Shudak on for the Barbush Automotive kickoff. And this one will be a squibbing kick. That's going to be taken by Johnson at the 29. Lance Johnson stays on his feet and brings it out to about the 34 where the Cougars start 1st and 10.
Marty Crestwood, Kulak, 8-yard run right side. PAT. Romanowski kick was good. 9 plays, 79 yards, 3:27 off the clock. Petrowski, 3 for 4, 66 yards.
Jimmy's Quick Lunch, home of the Jimmy Dog, 123 Sprout Street in Hazleton. Stop and enjoy the best hot dog in Northeast PA. You can't come to Hazleton without stopping at Jimmy's Quick Lunch for the famous Jimmy Dog, now celebrating 80 years at the same location, Jimmy's Quick Lunch in Hazleton. It's going to be a play action. Warner's going deep, looking for Fisher, and just out of his reach. Incomplete.
Good job by the offensive line. A little bit of play action. Froze that defensive front. And then Warner came out of there. We're going to take a look at the S.J. Kowalski replay. Warner doing an excellent job handling the ball back there. Just overthrown.
Joe, I apologize. I got in the Jimmy's Quick Lunch read, but you had a point.
I was going to say Swank and Naminsky with big catches in that drive.
Sorry for the interruption.
No problem.
High snap again. Warner gives to Bookman, and the Comets bring him down after a gain of about a yard.
Buckman on the carry, stopped by several of the Comets at the 35-yard line. Gain of 2.
Another big third down for the Cougars, Marty. We talked a bit about the ability to convert.
As you mentioned, the Cougars did a great job against Miller running the ball, but it was the arm of Petrowski that led to that scoring play. Warner throws. It's complete to Casadas. He's got the first down, and he's brought down near midfield. Making the play was Jimmy Hawley, but Casadas gives the Cougars a Harry's you pull it. First down.
Good job by the offensive line here with protection. He finds Casadas. There you see the speed and the yards after the catch. Casadas picks up the first down.
And, Joe, we've seen it this year with a team like Dallas where young kids took their lumps early on and then they excel to be a great team. Talk about kids like Casadas and Shamani and Bookman, freshmen that have taken their lumps this year, but it's going to pay dividends down the line for this Hazleton area program. And here's Bookman, one of those freshmen that's going to get about 2.
Ran a little bit of a sprint type draw there. Really didn't have any place to go. Picked up maybe 2.
And Joe, just early on with a minute left in the opening quarter, the way these defenses are playing, it may come down to the arms of Warner and Petrosky tonight.
Be interesting. Warner has, as I said, progressed very well. Petrosky, we've seen, only a junior, also has progressed very well.
High snap. Warner gets his feet, throws. And incomplete. Kulak on the coverage.
Good job.
Batting it down.
Yeah, excellent job by Kulak on that coverage. Broke on the ball very well.
So another 3rd and long for the Cougars. 3rd and 8 from the Comet 48. As you see, 36.6 seconds remain on the Blaze Alexander first quarter scoreboard. We thank you for joining us tonight for the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, our regular season finale. Casadas goes in motion in the bottom of your screen. Warner pumps, going down the sideline, and it is caught by Matt Fisher at the 21, a gain of 27, and a Harry's you pull it first down.
S.J. Kowalski replay. There's pressure right there. Warner's able to get that ball off. Defensive back. Kulak with his back turned to the quarterback. Didn't know where the ball was. The Cougars pick up a big first down.
The officials take an official timeout, but you saw it on that great S.J. Kowalski replay, Joe. Fisher got a foot down, and our production team was right there in it to see it.
Logan Arnold for Crestwood putting some pressure on.
Not sure what this delay is for. Do they want to adjust the clock? I'm not totally sure. They came over and talked to Coach Arcangeli.
I think there was a question what it was about. I'm not sure, though, Marty, and he had to come back and give him some type of answer, obviously.
And they do put time on the clock. They put up to 29 seconds from the 21 and a half. So more time put on the clock. 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the 21. Warner slings it out to Casadas. He's brought down immediately after his short gain by DeMarzo. Give him a gain of 3 in the Cougars for the first time tonight in the Grand Central Red Zone. But we also have a flag, I believe, on the far side. Another officiating conference here from Harry Caskey. A face mask against the defense. March it off half the distance. And that'll take us to the 9, so that'll give the Cougars by penalty a Harry's you pull it first down, 1st and goal at the 9. Play action. Warner looks, throws, it's complete to the end zone. Touchdown, Kevin Molosky.
I'll tell you what, Marty, we've seen Molosky slip to the flat over the course of this season. He did it there. You're going to see Molosky in the flat. Warner delivers. Touchdown for the Cougars.
That was a 2 Italian Guys Pizzeria touchdown for Molosky. His 3rd receiving, and Russo on for the Sacco Chiropractic extra point. It is up and good. will keep it here with 10.6 seconds left in the opening quarter. Game tied at 7. Very impressive drive by Hazleton area to counter that Crestwood scoring drive.
You know what, Marty? That shows that a team is maturing. They gave up a score. They're able to come right back, move the ball down the field, helped by that face mask penalty, but they got it in the end zone to tie it up.
And we mentioned the McKellen Warner. Don't forget that 3rd and 8 gain of 27 to Fisher down the sideline. That helped get them to the 21.
Yeah, like I said, this Hazleton team, we've seen them enough to see the improvement over the course of the season. Crestwood also, we saw them early on. You could see the improvement.
And I think the biggest challenge for Coach Arcangeli this week to his team, you're not playing a team that's 2-7.
Exactly. When you look at the record, as a player, maybe occasionally you say to yourself, are they that bad or are they that mediocre? And as a coach, you have to make sure, because you take anybody for granted, they can bite you.
Russo returns to the field for a Barbush Automotive kickoff in this 7-all tie.
I drop it down. Right at the 20-yard line on their sideline.
Looks like Swank and DeMarzo back deep for the Comets. Awaiting this Barbush Automotive kickoff from Russo. And it's going to be a short squibbing kick that gets by Swank. And he is still loose. And finally dived on at the 9. I apologize, that wasn't Swank, that was Nick Cruiser.
Cruiser did a good job of getting possession of that ball. He could have lost it there with 6 seconds. There you see it on the S.J. Kowalski replay. There you see it. He was scrambling. Marty, Hazleton, Molesky, 9-yard pass from Warner in the flat. Russo with the kick, 8 plays, 67 yards. Warner was 4 for 6, 51 yards. Big pass to Fisher.
They're going to officially mark it at the 11. They faked to Kulak. Petrosky going downfield. He was looking for Naminsky, and a late flag is down. I thought they were going to rule that the legs just got intertwined, but the late flag from the official in the back, and I'm guessing they're going to call defensive pass interference. And Harry Caskey does indicate pass interference against the defense. So that gets Crestwood out of a deep hole. And he'll be marched out to the 26. A Harry Jupol at first down via penalty. 3.6 seconds remain in the opening quarter. Petrosky rolls right. Throws back to Miller. Miller's got a lot of green in front of him, plus blockers. Miller's into Cougar territory, and he's brought down at the Hazleton area 44 for Harry Jupol at first down to end the first. Through 1. Hazleton area 7, Crestwood 7. You're watching live high school football on WYLN.
For 4 generations, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram has been treating their customers like family. Stop in to get the lowest financing options and best service around. Whether you're in need of a Ram pickup or have an active family lifestyle or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram of Tamaqua has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. Stop in for Ram Power Days.
Pull it.
There are lots of things you can pull, but what's the most fun? Pulling parts at Harry's You Pull It, the world's largest auto salvage yard. Pull it. Pull it. Come visit any of their 3 convenient Harry's U Pullet locations: Hazleton, Allentown, Pennsburg, and Pullet.
We welcome you back to Mountaintop. A big play by the Comets to end the first quarter, brings it all the way to the Cougar 44 to start the second in a 7-all tie. Comets in red going from right to left on your screen. Petrosky's going to keep. Cuts it back. And he is going to be, I apologize, they started from the 46, a gain of 5 to the 41.
Petrosky taking that direct snap, goes to the left side, short side of the field. Hazleton area gets there after a 5-yard gain. I was going to mention at the end of when Crestwood ran the screen pass, Buckman and Bugda did a nice job running the screen man down to limit that gain.
Petrosky completes the swank, and he is going to be brought down by Shamani inside the 35 to the 32. Good for another Harry's U Pullet first down.
Looking at the S.J. Kowalski replay, 1 step and a throw. You know, you got a freshman again, Shamani. He just has to be a little more sure of himself, Marty. Close on the ball quickly.
First and 10, Cougar 32. Petrosky again keeps right up the middle. And he is going to be brought down after a gain of almost 7.
Max Barrett got over to help with the tackle, but Petrosky picks up good yardage there, Marty.
Want to remind you, coming up at the half, it'll be the All-American Jeep halftime show. We'll hear from the Hazleton Area High School Marching Band. And that first half stats and highlights coming up at the half, the All-American Jeep halftime show. Play action. Petrosky rolling right. Looks downfield, has a man in the end zone, swank. It is caught for a 2 Italian Guys Pizzeria. Crestwood touchdown.
Marty, I'll talk about it again. Anytime the quarterback, and there you saw Petrosky handle the ball well. But look at this, Marty. Count the seconds he has, and people running around in the secondary. Tough to lose a receiver. Once a quarterback gets to the corner, nothing but trouble.
Romanowski on for the Sacco Chiropractic extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. 10:09 left in the opening half. Crestwood back in front, 14-7.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Have an electrical problem? Call the Wire Guys. Need lights installed? Call the Wire Guys. Anything and everything electrical, big or small. Our rigorously trained licensed electricians are fully screened, always on time, work neat, clean, and thorough. The Wire Guys. We're here 24/7, 365. All of our work is guaranteed 100%. When you need electrical work, you need
Wire Guys. We welcome you back to Crestwood High School. Comets back in front, 14-7.
Marty, before we get too far along, first quarter, Hazleton 20 yards rushing, 59 yards passing, 79 total. The Comets, Crestwood, 18 yards rushing, 94 passing, 112 total. Last touchdown, Swank, 26-yard pass from Petrosky, who handled the ball very well. Tough to find. Romanowski with the kick. 5 plays, 89 yards. Petrosky 2 for 20.
And we had a Barbush Automotive kickoff. I didn't see it during the break, but the officials got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Hazleton area. So Crestwood kicked from the Cougar 45. A Barbush Automotive kickoff out of the end zone, so the Cougars will start at the 20. Joseph Malatown scores opening quarter action from Berwick, has the Bulldogs in front of Wilkes-Barre area 21-7. And in a key game for Hazleton area, Wyoming Valley West leading Williamsport 14-0.
The Cougars have to take care of business here.
Warner's pass complete.
What's his name doing?
Caught by Evan Mattias.
Mattias with a nice job on the catch.
Now, thought the officials stopping play. Not sure what Harry Kasky. We have a sideline warning against Crestwood.
He ran right into the bounds.
And as it was last week, Joe should mention a lot of emotion on that Crestwood sideline. Tonight was their senior night. Festivities before we came on the air honoring the senior football team along with cheerleaders and band. And it was announced over the PA system on that last pass by Petrosky. That put him over 1,000 yards for the season for him. Nice accomplishment for the junior. And
on wedge, they're crashing really hard.
that carry went to Molesky. He got across the 30, Joe, for a Harry's. You pull it first down.
I was going to say, Petrotsko did a great job on the tackle, but not enough to stop the first down.
Okay. What is it? Zone back to you. Is it zone right?
So a new set of downs from the 32 of Hazleton area. Warner's going to give this time to Johnson. Hauling him down from behind was Jimmy Hawley. Johnson appears to have maybe 2 on the play.
Ball carried by Johnson, 33, stopped by Hawley, number 42.
One of the things you can't do is become impatient. If you hit a snag offensively, you have to come right back. We've seen Warner this year. He's been able to do that. We have a second and about 8.
Play action, Warner under pressure, gets it off to Mattias. Mattias in the open field is brought down. A nice play there by Logan Arnold, holding Mattias to a 2-yard gain.
S.J. Kowalski replay. I'll tell you what, Mattias did a nice job fielding that ball and then turning around getting a couple yards because Arnold was right there.
And you saw Warner had to get rid of it quickly from the pressure of Jimmy Hawley from the backside. So we've got a 3rd down and 6. Clock approaching 8 minutes remaining in the half on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, and the official stop play. Warner gets rid of it. High pass, almost caught by Molesky. Incomplete. Arnold on the coverage. And it'll bring up 4th down.
Arnold with good coverage, although Warner gave Molesky a chance to catch that, but he had to go up a little bit too high. And Arnold, as you said, right there, Marty, so he's going to force a 4th down for the Cougars.
And Russo will trot out for the BLB Auto Sales punt. Back deep is DeMarzo for the Comets. And this kick, sideway kick, will go out of bounds. Crestwood will end up a great field position right at midfield. Nope, they're going to mark it off from midfield. And they're going to say the 45 of Hazleton area.
I'll tell you what, Marty, interesting. If you overload the left side, and because of Russo's technique in kicking, he runs to the right. If you do not allow him to take several steps, and that time they didn't, he short kicked it. Good field position for the Comets.
Nose of the ball on the Cougar 45, 1st and 10, 7:52 left in the opening half. Comets up 7. Petrosky back to pass. Going deep downfield to Naminsky, and he overthrew him, incomplete. Fisher was the closest defender for Hazleton area. Stop by Sally Purcell's Country Inn for homestyle cooking at 891 West County Road in Sugarloaf. Open Tuesday to Sunday at 11 a.m. for lunch. Wednesday for wing night. Friday and Saturday for prime rib night, plus other weekend specials. Call Sally Purcell's Country Inn at 570-384-3478 for reservations or takeout. And Joe, you indicated to me during that read, the officials had a hold against the offense. It'll be 1st down and 20 from the Crestwood 45.
Naminsky lines up a little wider. Really doesn't have a man right on him. Dangerous receiver. Have to do a good job of covering.
They sling it out to Swank. You're going to say he stepped out of bounds near midfield. Maybe even a gain of 4 to the 49 of Crestwood.
Ran 2 receivers wide to the field and then came back to Swank on the short side. He was able to pick up a couple. Petrowski makes a very quick throw. The Hazleton defense gets there pretty quickly, picks up a couple. 2nd down.
Ball marked at the 49, a pistol look from the Comets. Petrosky again, a quick throw, this time to Naminsky. Tries to get away from Fisher, and he's down the sideline. Stayed in bounds as he gains 11 to the Cougar 40, leaving the Comets with a 3rd down and about 5.
Can't leave him in space, Marty. You have to put pressure on him right away or go to double cover on him. But you cannot let him catch the ball in space. Good example there. He caught it at the line of scrimmage, picked up 10 yards.
It's going to be a 2-receiver set to the bottom of your screen on 3rd and 5. Fake to Miller. Petrosky being pressured, and Barrett brings him down for a sack of 4 yards back to the 44.
I'll tell you what, Max Barrett did a great job of containment. S.J. Kowalski replay. You're going to see Barrett right now up the field. Forces Petrosky to alter his route and then makes the sack.
And that second effort, you saw it in that replay. Sometimes players, if they go by, sometimes they're not able to readjust, get back in. What a great effort by Barrett.
You know why? He was under control. Even though it looked like he was still under control and was able to come back to the quarterback.
We have a substitution infraction against the Comets as they line up for the BLB Auto Sales punt with Ethan Shudak back deep to punt it away. Fisher and Casadas are back deep for the Cougars. So after the short field, a great defensive stand for the Hazleton area Cougars. They'll get the ball back with 6:48 remaining in the half. Shudak gets it away. And it's going to take a Cougar bounce and now roll for the Comets inside the Cougar 20 and be down at the 16. Crestwood Pharmacy, located at 10 South Mountain Boulevard in Mountaintop, is your one-stop shop for all your health and prescription needs. Pill box service is available. Professional and friendly service. Flu shots available. Walk-ins are welcome. Stop in today or call 570-474-5859 for Crestwood Pharmacy at 10 South Mountain Boulevard. So, Joe, the Cougars will come out. 2 timeouts remaining, 6:36 left in the opening half. Trailing 14-7. Have a 1st and 10 from their own 16.
Plenty of time, Marty. See if the Cougars can get something going here with, I believe you mentioned 6:36 left on the clock.
It looks like we're getting a new football put into play. We're set for 1st and 10. Casadas in motion to the top of your screen. Warner being pressured, throws across the middle, incomplete. And a couple of flags are thrown as it looks like, I believe that was Fisher going across the middle, got hit before the ball got there. We may have another defensive pass interference.
You can see the S.J. Kowalski replay. There you see Warner looking outside, then inside to Fisher. Most of the routes that Hazleton have been running, Marty, are in the 5 to 8 yard range. They might want to make their routes a little deeper as we see a penalty marked off here.
And it'll be a 15-yard penalty. A first down via penalty is a Harry's you pull at first down for the Cougars. 6:31 left in the half. Coming up at the half, we'll have the All-American Jeep halftime show. We'll hear from the Hazleton Area High School Marching Band, as well as having first half stats and highlights, all coming up on the All-American Jeep halftime show. This is Bookman trying to get to the outside. He's across the 35 and the 40, and he is spun down at about the 43-yard line. Appears to be enough for another. Harry's you pull it, first down.
Here you see on the S.J. Kowalski replay, Bookman looked inside, then decided to get to the corner, had the speed to do it, picks up the first down.
Gain of 12 brings it out to the Cougar 44. So a penalty and a nice run by Bookman have the Cougars from the 16 out to the 44. Through the hands of Warner. Bookman's there to corral it. And he is going to be dropped for a loss of 4, in which a play could have been much more disastrous.
I'll tell you what, Marty, it could have been 10 or 15 yards instead of 4 yards. Bookman, very quick reflexes. Right here you see it. And then turns it up the field, but nothing there. Petrachko again there with several of his teammates.
And they actually say it was a loss of 3, Joe, back to the 41. So it'll be 2nd and 13 for Warner in the offense. Clock continues to run on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership second quarter scoreboard.
Marty, we've seen 1 or 2 snaps that have been higher. Hazleton area looks like they may be taking a timeout.
They are. 5:38 left in the half. They're down 7.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton has the health care you've been waiting for, whether it's a chronic issue or something new. Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
Joe, we talked about the passing game of both teams. Warner, 7 of 10, 70 yards and a touchdown. Petrosky, 8 of 9, 144 yards and a touchdown. The running game has been taken away somewhat by both defenses. As we mentioned, may come down to the passing game.
That time they tried to get Bookman to the left side. Petrachko again coming in to make a stop along with several of his teammates. So they force a third, they being the Comets, force a 3rd and 12.
Bookman and Molesky surround Warner out of the gun. That's Casadas in motion to the top of your screen. Warner looks right. He pumps. He's going to go deep for Fisher. Yes. It's caught all the way down to the Crestwood 32. Good for a Harry's. You pull it. Cougar first down.
I'll tell you what, Evan Burleson right there, but Warner threw it up. Fisher does a great job of concentrating on the ball and making the catch. Burleson, the mistake he made again, back to the quarterback, couldn't see the ball in the air.
A gain of 26 on the play. Here comes a blitz. Bookman trying to get to the outside. And the Comets string him out nicely, bring him down for a gain of about a yard. Ethan Stoltz among those in on the tackle.
And you know what, Marty? The blitz was coming. Looked like it might have been a great play because Bookman heading to the corner. But the linebackers in the secondary got there quick enough to limit the play to a 1 yard.
Joe, some out-of-town scores from Berwick. The Bulldogs leading Wilkes-Barre area 28-14 in the second. And in other second quarter action, more good news for Hazleton area fans. Wyoming Valley West leading Williamsport 21-0. Here are the Cougars, though, trailing 14-7. And Johnson hit immediately in the backfield. Coming up and making the play, Ryan Harding.
Harding right there. And as you said, Marty, and you said this before, and we're going to look at this replay on the S.J. Kowalski replay, but Harding right there to make the stop. Running game being negated by good defense, all of a sudden the passing game becomes maybe the key to this game.
And you would think Warner will pass here on 3rd and 9 from the 31. His Cougars trailing 14-7.
You know, Marty, we've seen some people blitzing. I think we're going to have
They're going to let the play clock run out. Cougars take their final timeout of the half, down 7. We will keep it here. So a critical 3rd down coming up, and Coach Brennan valuing this play using his final timeout of the half on this 3rd and 9 coming up.
I think one of the things the Comets have been blitzing a little bit. Maybe you're looking at some type of middle screen. Maybe you're looking at a pass about 10 to 12 because if they bring the backers, now you're thinking I can get it underneath the secondary. The backers are coming up the field, but it has to be fairly quick if you have the blitz coming. So let's take a look and see what Coach Brennan and his staff have up their sleeve.
Or even maybe one of those rocket screens, maybe trying to get Casadas out in space.
And the other thing is, Marty, maybe we're 4 downs here to pick up the first.
So after the Cougar timeout, 3rd and 9 from the 31. Warner's going to run the shovel pass, and Crestwood read it nicely. Brought down Johnson for a loss of 4, back to the 35. It'll bring up 4th
What
and
happened,
13.
Marty? They got up the field. The defensive front was up the field very quickly. You want to try to get that shovel pass behind them. Didn't happen. He had to get rid of it quickly, and they were right on Johnson. So looking at a 4th down, but I'm sure it's going to be an attempt on 4th down to pick up the first.
As you mentioned, Joe, the offense stays on the field with a 4-receiver set. Warner looking, throwing down the sideline, has a man, and it's incomplete. Looking for Evan Matthews.
Tell you what, Matthews looked like as we watched the S.J. Kowalski replay. Warner does it. Good blocking up front. He steps up. Looks like Matthews has it. That ball just underthrown a bit.
And it allowed Burleson the time to come back and knock it away.
Burleson did a great job defending after the ball was in the air because of the underthrow.
So Crestwood gets it back. 3 timeouts remaining. 2:15 left on the clock. And they'll get the ball to start the 3rd, leading 14-7. Going to throw it out to the short man, Zaykoski. Zaykoski picks up about 8 on the play.
Jesse Zaykoski did a great job here. As he, again, this is a little low. He goes down, makes the catch, and this turns it up the field, picks up 8 or 9 yards.
Second and 2. Petrosky's going to look to run. He's got the first down and more. Petrosky in the open field. And Bookman finally hauls him down at the Cougar 36, but not before he picks up a Harry's You Pull It first down.
You see, as we look at the S.J. Kowalski replay, I tell you what, he does a great job just threading his way through. Bookman probably makes a tackle, wraps it, Petrosky up after a huge gain.
Gain of 20 on the play. Petrosky looking to pass. Throws to Naminsky off his hands. Swank caught it on the rebound and gets out of bounds at the 25 for a Crestwood Harry's You Pull It first down.
This is one time when you tell your receivers, we don't want you real tight together. It worked out for Crestwood on the rebound.
First and 10 from the Cougar 25. Petrosky looking for Naminsky and overthrew everybody. Fisher on the coverage, incomplete.
Good coverage by Fisher. Stayed with Naminsky step for step. I mean, there was no doubt that he was the intended receiver right from the get-go, as they say.
Yes. Slant right automatic.
So clock stops with 1:11 left in the half. 2nd and 10 for the Comets. With the 3 timeouts, necessarily they don't have to get away from the running game, though, either.
Exactly right. They have, as you look at Coach Arcangeli.
Done a great job this year at Crestwood. They're going to throw the screen to Miller that they ended the first quarter with, but read nicely by Barrett to hold him to a gain of about a yard.
That play gained about 25 the first time they ran it. Barrett here does an excellent job. And the other thing is, there was great contain there. Excellent job. Bryce Reed keeps his outside arm free, contains quarterback, so he couldn't go too far to the right side.
I'm guessing we're going to stay here with 47.8 seconds left. Crestwood takes their first time out. But what a great play by Barrett. You saw it once and it bit you. Wasn't going to bite him again, and he came up with a great play defensively.
And the other part of that is Bryce Reed with a great contain, because if the quarterback takes it much further, now you have people moving. Barrett was able to react. Also was into the short side of the field.
Mentioned 47.8 seconds left in the half. I look off to our left at the far end zone behind the scoreboard. The Hazleton area marching band getting set for the halftime performance. We'll hear from them at the All-American Jeep halftime show.
I know one thing, Marty. If I'm Hazleton area on the sideline, I'm thinking about Naminsky trying to get into space with the catch and taking it downfield.
And the other thing is you got to get pressure on Petrosky, because then it allows him time to look for Swank as well. Swank at the very top of your screen, one-on-one. Kulak in motion. They give it to Kulak, and he lost the football, and he is going to be touchdown at the 30 by Bugda. And it's going to leave the Comets with a 4th down and about 14.
There you see it, a little low. Kulak was looking to try to get it up the field.
Let's go.
Clock continues to run. And now Coach Arcangeli takes his 2nd timeout with 20.4 seconds remaining.
You have 1 timeout left. You have 20.4. Ball's on about the 30-yard line, Marty. So if you pick up 15, 10, you're cutting the distance, and then you have a couple shots.
All right, we're 4th and 14 now. Okay, we're 4th and 14.
You have a 4th down, so you need to pick up the first. My mistake, I thought it was a 3rd down. So you need to pick up the first to have a couple shots at the end zone.
Looks like they have to get to the 16 of Hazleton area for the first. But also, if you're defensively, don't fall asleep that they don't want to not only get the first down, but maybe even try for something in the end zone.
Oh, there's no doubt. When you have Swank, you have Naminsky, there's always a chance they're going to take a shot down the field. So
So 20.4 seconds remaining in the half. 1 timeout remaining for the Comets, none for the Cougars. 4th and 14. Petrosky has time. He rolls right. Now being pressured. Heaves it deep down the sideline. It'll be out of play. Incomplete. Nice job defensively by the Cougars. They're going to hold on downs with 12 seconds left, and I don't think anything real elaborate here from the Cougar offense.
I think maybe kneel, a knee down on the ground, and let's take it to the locker room and decide what we're going to do in the second half. Good coverage by the secondary there. Neminsky obviously one of the targets. One of the things, though, when Petrosky gets to the outside, as a defensive coach, I would always worry because he can make a play.
Warner takes the knee to run out the clock. Doesn't look like the Comets will take the timeout. Seeing if Mike Sosar is able to get Coach Arcangeli. And Mike has Coach Arcangeli just waiting for our cameraman to get over to them and get set up. Let's head down to the field. Mike Sosar with Crestwood head coach Arcangeli.
Coach, a little bit of stiffen up there on the rush here in the second quarter. Put your team down now, or up 1 score.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing the right things. We're drive killing ourselves with that fumble right there at the end. We had a costly penalty early, and we're slowing ourselves down. But Coach Brennan does a nice job. They made a couple of adjustments, so we have to go back and do the same thing. I know for us, trying to make a couple of adjustments to get back outside. We thought we had them there, but mistakes were self-inflicted. We have to get away from that.
All right, Coach. Best of luck in the second half. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
Back upstairs, guys.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you to Coach Ryan Arcangeli for stopping for that halftime chat as the Comets halfway home to win number 6 in Coach Arcangeli's first campaign, leading it 14-7. Coming up next, it'll be the All-American Jeep halftime show. Getting set up, we're going to hear from the Hazleton Area High School Marching Band. You're watching live high school football on WILN.
Paying for more than you need? Don't overpay. Let Service Electric help you choose the speed you need, from 25 meg to 1 gig. Now get high-speed internet for only $39.95 per month with free installation, and add cable TV for only $5 more, including our exclusive coverage of the Lehigh Valley Phantoms.
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571.
Stop in at Two Italian Guys Pizzeria for the best pizza in town, serving a large variety of pizzas, stromboli, and so much more. Open till 3 a.m. Take out or eat in. Delivery available. Call 570-459-2783.
Talk to State Farm agent Pete Kazalika today.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Now, grab a brush and...
Welcome to the All-American Jeep halftime show from Crestwood High School in Mountaintop. At the half, the hometown Comets leading Hazleton area 14-7. And as part of the All-American Jeep halftime show, currently on the field, we're going to hear from the Hazleton area High School Marching Cougars.
Teachers always call me Miss Williams. Well, at least just for one more year. I love my cat and my family, but most of all, I love a blank canvas. The thrill of using color to convey emotion, of pouring a part of me onto a blank slate, of just connecting with the world for just 1 second. I just love to create.
Has been the Hazleton Area High School Marching Cougars as part of the All-American Jeep halftime show. Coming up next, we get a look at first half stats and highlights from Crestwood High School. Comets up 7, and you're watching the All-American Jeep halftime show on WILN.
For 4 generations, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has been treating their customers like family. Stop in to get the lowest financing options and best service around. Whether you're in need of a Ram pickup or have an active family lifestyle or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Tamaqua has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. Stop in for Ram Power Days.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Pull it. There are lots of things you can pull, but what's the most fun? Pulling parts at Harry's You Pull It, the world's largest auto salvage yard. Pull it. Pull it. Come visit any of their 3 convenient Harry's You Pull It locations: Hazleton, Allentown, Pennsburg, and Pull It.
Have an electrical problem? Call the Wire Guys. Need lights installed? Call the Wire Guys. Anything and everything electrical, big or small. Our rigorously trained licensed electricians are fully screened, always on time, work neat, clean, and thorough. The Wire Guys. We're here 24/7, 365. All of our work is guaranteed 100%. When you need electrical work, you need
Wire Guys. Welcome back to the All-American Jeep Halftime Show here on WILN. From Mountaintop, the hometown Comets leading the Cougars of Hazleton area 14-7. And we're moments away from getting a look at first half stats compiled by our very own Jim Burns.
Marty, we're looking at Hazleton area, 10 first downs, 36 yards rushing, 92 passing, 128 total, no turnovers, 2 penalties, 30 yards. The Comets, 9 first downs, 40 yards rushing, 165 passing. Petrowski goes over 1,000 yards throwing the ball. 205 total yards, no turnovers, 5 penalties, 44 yards. Fairly even, although the Comets have about an 80-yard edge in total yardage. They have a 7-point edge on the scoreboard.
Thank Jim Burns for compiling our halftime stats, but those 5 penalties, 44 yards, goes to what Coach Arcangeli was talking to Mike about, shooting themselves in the foot in the first half, were those Crestwood Comets, leading, as you mentioned, Joe, by 7. We're moments away from getting a look at first half highlights. Start with the Comets. Their first possession, they went 9 plays, 79 yards, capped by this Kulak 8-yard run that put Crestwood up 7-0. Petrowski 66 yards passing. But the Cougars have come back. Warner on a third down would go deep downfield to Fisher. Great replay. You see him keep his foot in bounds for the big conversion on third and long. That would lead to Warner, to Molesky for the Cougar touchdown that would tie the game at 7. But Crestwood would go on an 89-yard drive. Started on this screen play to Miller. And he would take it all the way to the Cougar 46 at the end of the first quarter, leading to Petrowski rolling right, having time and finding Garrett Swank from 26 yards out, putting Crestwood up 14-7. That's where we stand at the half. We thank you for watching the All-American Jeep Halftime Show. Third quarter action from Crestwood coming up next.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Hey guys, Ray Merrill here, Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. The only place in Pennsylvania where it's fall. Come on down to Blaze Alexander to Greater Hazleton and see why we got to make all these cars go away. 2019 Buick Enclave Essence, all-wheel drive, now $37,988. 2019 Buick Encore, now $19,888. 2019 Buick Regal Torex Essence, all-wheel drive, now $28,988. So head on down to Blaze Alexander to Greater Hazleton. This one's got to go, this one's got to go, this one's got to go. You're going to come here and see why we take the deals the other guys won't.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton has the health care you've been waiting for, whether it's a chronic issue or something new. Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
We welcome you back to Crestwood High School in Mountaintop, waiting for both teams to return to the field here for third quarter action as the Comets lead the Cougars 14-7. Some individual stats that Jim Burns has supplied us. Start with Hazleton area. Matt Bookman, 9 carries, 29 yards. Kevin Molesky, 4 carries, 11 yards. Kellen Warner passing, 8 of 13, 92 yards and a touchdown. Matt Fisher, 2 catches, 53 yards. Matthew Casadas, 2 catches, 23 yards. Kevin Molesky, 1 catch, 9 yards for the Cougar touchdown. Running the football for Crestwood, their leading rusher tonight has been Ryan Petrosky through a half. 4 carries, 27 yards. Their leading rusher, who coming in needed 44 yards unofficially to get to 1,000. Ryan Miller has only 5 yards rushing on 3 carries. Petrosky passing 11 of 14, 165 yards and a touchdown. Garrett Swank, 6 catches, 91 yards, and that touchdown. Naminsky, 2 catches, 37 yards. Ryan Miller, 2 catches, 29 yards. We talked about this stat at the start of the night. So far, Coach Brennan's halfway there, just down 7. Time of possession, 15-12 for Hazleton area, 8:48 for Crestwood. Cougars have run 33 plays to 24, but the Cougars find themselves down on the scoreboard, 14-7.
Yeah, we talked about time of possession, using the clock being important. I think when Crestwood has had the ball, they've made the most out of their 24 plays. I mean, obviously, Naminsky with a big catch, that was huge for them. Swank with a big catch was huge for them. Petrowski's done a nice job up to this point. I think at this point you say to yourself, it looks like the running game, both sides are reined in. So the adjustments at halftime, what do you do? Do you say to yourself, okay, if we're going to throw the football, if we have to throw it, running game isn't very good. Maybe the play action isn't the way we want to go because they won't honor play action. And they'll have people up the field that just lay their ears back. Both sides I'm talking about. So you need to throw from good pass protection. Maybe you need to throw from a 3-step drop instead of a 5-step so you don't have to worry so much about. And the other thing is on the 3-step, you take a 3-step. If they have the blitz coming, you can see it quicker, maybe get the ball away quicker. Just some of the things that both coaches, I'm sure, were talking about in the halftime in the locker room.
Joe, some scoring updates from around the region. Berwick leading Wilkes-Barre area at the half, 41-14. And in a game that is critical for Hazleton area if they can come back and get the win here, Williamsport trailing Wyoming Valley West at the half, 21-7. Here the Cougars are trailing 14-7. Thought being for Hazleton area a win. Williamsport lost, they're in. Win by Hazleton area, a win by Williamsport. Depends on the numbers. If they both lose, doesn't look as good for Hazleton area, but still would come down to the equations in the inner districts that, quite honestly, I'm not smart enough to figure out.
Yeah, they call them the power rating or some sort. I didn't do very well in the math section, Marty. So I don't know myself, but you know what, Marty? What they always say: take care of your own business, and everything else will work out. So I think that's the mindset that the Cougars have to have going into the second half.
And while we await the second half kickoff, we'd like to thank the Third Base Luncheonette in Hazleton, located just off of 9th Street, for supplying our crew meal tonight and all season long, and for so many seasons here on WYLN. I want to say many thanks for this 2019 season for all the crew meals from the third base luncheonette. As we mentioned, Crestwood to get the ball to start this third quarter. So a critical defensive start for these Cougars, down 7.
Yeah, I think you're right, Marty. Obviously, the Crestwood can cash in on this first drive. Now you have a 14-point hole you have to get out of if you're Hazleton area. So I think they need to, obviously, strong defense. Maybe put a little pressure on Petrowski. Good contain. We've seen that tonight. Max Barrett had a great job on that rundown on that screen to the backside, but Bryce Reed did an excellent job pulling the quarterback up. He forced the screen to take place a little earlier than they wanted it to.
So you see Luke Russo getting the football set. We're just about set for the Barbush Automotive third quarter opening kickoff from Russo and the Cougars in the white, going from left to right on your screen. And we are underway here in the third. Squibbing kick picked up at the 29 by Kulak, and Kulak going straight up the field for a return of about 15 yards. That'll have Crestwood near their own 45 to start.
I'll tell you what, Kulak did a nice job fielding that grounder, which is what it was. And then he took it up for a pretty decent return.
So 1st and 10 Comets. Petrowski, one of the rare times tonight, under center. The handoff is to Miller. Miller pulling his way into Cougar territory for a gain of 6. Bookman on the tackle.
The other part is, let's go out. We're up 7. Let's go out and pound it at him out of the I formation. And we look at the S.J. Kowalski replay. Left side, right up off tackle. Picks up 8. If you're on defense, you're saying too much. If you're on offense, you're saying keep it up.
And they'll go right back to him. Miller's got the first down and more as he leans forward and is brought down at about the 41. Good for Harry's, you pull it. Crestwood first down.
Here you see they're pulling the backside guard. Running a power play with the backside guard able to get there. That's a lot of people in one spot.
So a good start in this third quarter for this Crestwood offense. 2 plays have them down to the Cougar 41 after the nice return by Kulak. Third straight carry for Miller. Miller is going to be hauled down inside the 40 to about the 37 for a gain of 4.
37-yard line. Gain of 4.
Offensive line for Crestwood doing a nice job. Miller making some inroads in his 1,000-yard quest. Picks up about 5 there.
Toss to Miller to the left side. Miller is going to be bumped down by Bookman at about the 35 after a short gain of about 2.
I'll tell you what, great job by Bookman getting over. The last 3 plays tackles have been made by the secondary of Hazleton. Not a good sign, Marty. That time they limited Miller to about 2 yards, forcing a third down.
It's like third down and about 4 from the 35. And again, they'll go to Miller. And Miller is going to be hauled down shy of the first down. I believe that was Richie Santos that came up with the tackle.
Ran it on the right side. S.J. Kowalski replay. There you see it. Isolation play. Getting good blocking. Excellent job by Logan Arnold there, turning the defensive end out, looking at a 4th down.
And the Comet offense stays on the field. 4th and 2 from the Cougar 33. Huge play in this ball game early on in the third, approaching 3 minutes gone. Miller is going to be hauled down from behind. James Bugda got a hold of him. Hunsinger tackled him. Cougars get it back.
I'll tell you what they did, Marty. They right here, you see the pressure up the field. If you have defensive players 2 or 3 yards on the other side of the ball, that play's not going anywhere. So as you saw Bugda get up the field very quickly, and we have a...
And you also saw in that great replay, the S.J. Kowalski replay, Mattarella burst through and just tripped him up, got him by the ankle, and seemed to slow him down as well.
That's what I was talking about, Marty, up the field.
Now, a big injury for Hazleton area, both sides of the ball. I believe that's Seth Hunsinger that's down injured for the Cougars. With 8:53 left in the third, the Cougars hold on downs. They'll get it back as Crestwood made a conscientious effort to come out and run the football to start the third. And the Cougars hold defensively. They'll get it for the first time in the second half as Hunsinger slowly leaves the field. And that could be a key loss for the Cougars, as I mentioned, on both sides of the football.
I'll tell you what, Marty, as we see Hunsinger walking off under his own power, but the key to that fourth down play was a little bit of a blitz type action, and some of the defensive front got up the field, caused the fourth down attempt by the Comets no good. Cougars will now have the ball.
Looks like Max Barrett will replace Hunsinger for this play on the offensive line. Cougars' first possession of the second half, down 7. Play action. Warner being pressured. Throws, and there's a flag from Harry Caskey. Didn't really see anybody in the area. This is probably grounding.
Exactly.
So while they sort through the penalty, we'd like to remind you high school football is brought to you by Crestwood Pharmacy, located at 10 South Mountain Boulevard. They're your one-stop shop for all your health and prescription needs. Pillbox service available, professional and friendly service, flu shots available, walk-ins are welcome. Stop in today or give Crestwood Pharmacy a call, 570-474-5859, and they are located 10 South Mountain Boulevard in Mountaintop. So with the penalty back inside the 20 to the 16, loss of down makes it second down and 27 as the Crestwood defense did a great job in the secondary, allowing the pressure to get to Warner.
Exactly right. Warner had some time early. They were trying to run a little deeper route.
Going to run an option look to Bookman. He eluded one defender, still on his feet. But a host of red jerseys corral him, maybe a yard on the play.
Good defensive pursuit, inside out by the Comets. Bookman nowhere to go. They ran that to the short side of the field. So we're looking at third down here. Now you're looking at, try to throw it deep, you have to worry about the pressure.
So it's 3rd and 27. Johnson joins Warner in the backfield in this 4-receiver set. Warner under pressure. Throws down the field and had Fisher and overthrew him, incomplete. No flags on the play. I believe Swank was on the coverage.
Swank fell down. Fisher turned up the field. Warner just couldn't. He threw it up there, but it was a little bit too far for Fisher to make the catch, so it's 4th down. Cougars going to have to punt it away.
So the Comets will end up with great field position again, you would think, as Russo's on for the BLB Auto Sales punt. DeMarzo is back deep for Crestwood. Russo gets off a nice kick. A fair catch called for by DeMarzo. Looks like they'll mark it at the Cougar 49. Stop by Sally Purcell's Country Inn for home-style cooking at 891 West County Road in Sugarloaf. Open Tuesday to Sunday at 11 a.m. for lunch, Wednesday for wing night, Friday and Saturday for prime rib night, plus other weekend specials. Call Sally Purcell's Country Inn at 570-384-3478 for reservations or takeout.
Marty Russo punted from a regular position there instead of the running.
And again, Crestwood goes out of the eye, but it's play action. Petrosky rolling left. Hit by Barrett and out of bounds, incomplete. Great pressure from Max Barrett.
I'll tell you, delivered a good hit on Petrosky.
Cover right in.
Nice job defensively by the secondary for Hazleton area.
So Petrosky runs to the sideline to confirm the play and quickly heads back. Play clock down to 15. 2nd and 10, Comets at the Cougar 49, leading 14-7 on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership third quarter scoreboard. They're going to give to Miller. And the Cougars read it nicely and bring him down for a short gain of maybe 2.
Forcing third down. One of the things you think about, what has been successful for you. If you're Crestwood, that throwback screen has been successful. Naminsky in space has been successful. We still haven't seen him from the tight end position, I think, just straight up the field, which I believe he ran that route against Wilkes-Barre area 9 weeks ago when we were here.
But he's going to be out wide to the top of your screen is Naminsky. Petrosky being pressured, got away from one. He's going to tuck it and run, and Petrosky uses his legs to pick up a Harry's. You pull it first down.
Because the pressure was not under control. The pressure ran by him. We're going to see S.J. Kowalski replay right there. The other mistake is on your rushing from outside, always keep the quarterback on your inside shoulder.
So the gain of 12 has the Comets 1st and 10 from the Cougar 37. Miller ran right into Barrett among others, gets a yard.
Good effort by the Hazleton defense on that run off the left side.
We'd like to remind you at the end of tonight's game, Joe and I will select an Arc Electric The Wire Guys player of the game. Here are the Comets, 2nd and 9, approaching 6:15 left in the third quarter on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Swank in motion. They're going to give it to Miller. Miller trying to get to the outside. Miller is going to be brought down inside the 30 to the 26. The Hazleton area coaches next to us were looking for a flag. There is none. It's a Harry's. You pull it first down.
S.J. Kowalski replay. You see the inside. What you need is a linebacker, secondary support on that run.
Give him a gain of 11 to the 25. Miller up the middle and got tripped up. Molesky, I believe, got a hand on him. Gain of 2, I believe they'll give him to the 23.
Tried to run a little counter-type action. Molesky, Fisher tripped Miller up, forcing the second down.
Call it 8 from the 23. Clock continuing to run in Crestwood's favor, approaching 5:10 remaining in the third, leading by 7. You see it on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Play action, Petrosky rolling right. Has a man, it is complete to Harding, and Harding is down inside the 10 for a Harry's. You pull it first down.
I don't want to belabor a point, Marty, but every time number 3, Petrosky gets outside, he has time to find someone. quarterback on the corner has always, without pressure, has a better chance of finding someone unless somebody can get up the field.
And with 1st and goal from the 4, the Comets in the Grand Central red zone.
I'll tell you what, credit Petrowski with handling the ball well.
They're going to give to Miller, and he was met in the backfield. Seth Hunsinger back on the field, led the charge.
I'll tell you what, he came back on the field and made a big play right there. Seth Hunsinger right there for the Cougars.
Second and goal at the 3. This is unofficial. We believe we have Miller at 44 yards rushing. That has him right at 1,000 for the season. But it is unofficial. Second and goal from the 3, but a nice number there for senior Ryan Miller.
Good.
It's Miller trying to bounce it back. He's in the end zone for a 2. Italian Guys Pizzeria. Crestwood touchdown, his 10th on the season.
Crestwood went to a power type offense, 2 running backs in front of Miller. He takes it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And junior Alex Romanowski will trot on the field. He's going to attempt the Sacco Chiropractic extra point. Swank to hold. High snap, hold is down, kick is up, and the Sacco Chiropractic extra point is good. 3:39 left in the third. Comets now lead it 21-7.
Life is full of partners. Your health deserves a partner too.
Barber Ford has the largest selection of Ford commercial vehicles in Northeast PA with over 50 Super Duties in stock. Plus, Barber Ford is the only Ford commercial vehicle center in the area participating with the state's cooperative purchasing program, CoStars. Barber Ford, where the pros go for trucks.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial. Licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
We welcome you back to Crestwood High School. Now on the field, Ethan Shudak for a Barbush Automotive kickoff with the Comets up 21-7. High kick picked up by Bookman at the 23. Bookman is across the 30. He's coming down the near sideline before he is pushed out of bounds by Kulak at about the 40. A nice return by freshman Bookman gives Hazleton area a nice field position, trailing by 14.
We'll look at the S.J. Kowalski replay. Ball bounces on the ground. Bookman does a nice job of fielding it, and then the kickoff team, the coverage team runs, several of them ran right by Bookman, and he picks up decent yardage. Marty Crestwood Miller, 3-yard run. Romanowski with the kick, 9 plays, 49 yards. Miller, 5 rushes, 19 yards. Petrowski to Harding, a 19-yard pass.
And as we mentioned unofficially, we have calculated on that drive, Ryan Miller went over 1,000 yards for the season, as well as scoring his 10th rushing touchdown for the Comets. So congratulations to that young man, as Johnson picks up 3 on first down to the Cougar 45.
I know you're down by 14, but you can't become impatient here. You have to stay with your game plan. Use that running game if you're going to still go after it with the run. And also, if you are successful, you can throw a little play action off that. Occasionally throw in a 3-step drop.
Come with a pistol look with Warner in front of Johnson. Casadas comes in motion. They're going to sling it out to Casadas, and he's hit. Immediately, ball is loose. And it looks looks like Crestwood has recovered. I believe that was Logan Arnold that came up and forced the fumble. Naminsky recovers for the Comets. First turnover of the night.
Please take a look at it. Right there, Logan Arnold with a big play. I have to tell you something. That's a play Logan Arnold probably saw this week in practice 4 or 5 times. Did a great job.
So the ball will be marked at the Cougar 27. Great play by Arnold to force the fumble. Crestwood set up with an opportunity to make this a 3-score game. And again, Petrosky is under center. Now a flag is thrown.
Flag part of the snap.
It's offsides on the offense, making it 1st and 15. Jimmy's Quick Lunch, home of the Jimmy Dog, 123 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Stop and enjoy the best hot dog in Northeast PA. You can't come to Hazleton without stopping at Jimmy's Quick Lunch for the famous Jimmy Dog. Now celebrating 80 years at the same location, Jimmy's Quick Lunch, 123 East Broad Street in Hazleton. 2:47 left in the third on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership third quarter scoreboard. Crestwood up 21-7. They have a 1st and 15 from the Cougar 32. Play action. Petrosky completes it to Harding. Fisher on the tackle. Looks like they got the penalty back. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I'll tell you what, though, defensively, that wasn't a bad play. Petrosky makes a decent fake, but good pressure right here, and Fisher right there to make the tackle.
As you see, the clock continues to run here in the third. Comets with a 2nd and 10, up by 14 in Cougar territory. Miller gets the carry, and he gets inside the 25 to about the 23. Santos on the tackle.
Brings up a 3rd down, Marty. We're looking at the S.J. Kowalski replay. Again, a little bit of a counter-type action. Santos there, forcing the 3rd down.
An update from Williamsport, Joe. In the third, the Millionaires have gotten within 7. They trail Wyoming Valley West 21-14. Here the Cougars trailing Crestwood 21-7. The Comets have a 3rd down and 6 from the Cougar 23. Petrosky to pass, and incomplete. It was bobbled and tipped, and DeMarzo couldn't corral it as it falls incomplete.
Decent coverage there. Wanted to throw that quick slant.
And it looks like Alex Romanowski has come onto the field. They're going to try a Sacco Chiropractic field goal. This is a 40-yard attempt.
Romanowski to attempt a 40-yard field goal.
The kick is up. I thought I heard a thud. That Sacco Chiropractic field goal is no good. As I said, I thought I heard a double thud. Not sure if somebody in the front of Hazleton area may got a hand on it. But the 40-yard field goal goes no good. So the Cougar defense again stands strong after the turnover. They get it back, trailing 21-7.
Got it back in pretty good field position. Romanowski may, I think, make the same mistake most kickers make when they need some distance. They come over the top on it and pull it left.
Sounds like my tee shot.
Sounds like my golf game.
On 1st down, the Comets corral Bookman. I believe leading the charge was DeMarzo.
Hazleton having a tough time trying to get that ground game going.
And the clock that is now their enemy is under a minute left in the third, and they're trailing 21-7. Warner, play action. He rolls, looking deep for Casares. He got it, and he is hauled down at about the 46 of Crestwood. That was a touchdown-saving tackle by Logan Arnold, where Casares could have took it all the way.
Arnold put his head in his hands because he thought he had pretty good coverage. He was facing the quarterback, but really, Warner made a nice throw. Casares made a great catch.
A gain of 35 in the Harry's You Pull It first down. Cougars at the Crestwood 45, 1st and 10. Bookman gets the first down carry. Stays on his feet, and he does a nice job of getting 4, but flags are down, stopping the clock with 8 seconds left in the third.
Bookman picked up about 4.
And it's going to be a face mask on the defense.
That's what happens when a ball carrier keeps his feet. Then all of a sudden, defense, they start grabbing and pulling, and there's a chance for that type of, that was a 5-yarder. Unintentional, they call it. But it's first down, sorry.
They're going to call it 1st and 1 after the penalty. Hazleton area won't be able to get off another play. We're through 3. Crestwood 21, Hazleton area 7. Coming up next, 4th quarter action. You're watching live high school football on WILN.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Mazda in Greater Hazleton. You got to get down to our lot. We've got so many cars, we've got to make room for the new ones coming in. Lease this 2019 Mazda CX-5 for $263.45 a month. You get this 2019 Mazda CX-3 for $243 a month, or you get this 2019 Mazda 3 Select for $199 a month. So you get a Mazda, you get a Mazda, you get a Mazda. If you're looking for a great deal, get to BlazeMazdaHazleton.com. So many cars driving by. You got to get down here. It is crazy.
Hungry? Stop into Krugel's Georgetown Deli right next to the Big Cal, 720 Wilkes-Barre Township Boulevard in Wilkes-Barre Township. You may know them for their great deli sandwiches and hoagies, but how about something from their new menu, like G-Town Scallops, Cheesy Crab Pretzel, Smoked Brisket, Smoked Wings with your choice of sauce, and more. And while you're there, don't forget to play Keno or other Pennsylvania lottery games. Stop into Krugel's Georgetown Deli right next to the Big Cal, 720 Wilkes-Barre Township Boulevard in Wilkes-Barre Township.
We welcome you back to Crestwood High School. Start of the 4th quarter, Hazleton area down 21-7. They have a 1st and 1 from the Comet 36. They give us to Bookman. Bookman will get inside the 35 and have enough for a Harry's You Pull It first down.
Had a little space to the right side off that counter-type play. Picks up the first down.
And Joe, you almost get the feeling with the commitment that Crestwood has come out in the second half running the football, this is a critical scoring drive for Hazleton area.
Here we looked at the S.J. Kowalski replay. Had a Richie Santos pulling to the right side, did a decent job blocking.
Play action. Warner under pressure, gets rid of it and incomplete. Looking across the middle for Matt Fisher. Stoltz was on the coverage for the Comets.
Got a little pressure from Nemensky, but he was forced up the field by the offensive blocker. So Warner stepped up and made the throw, couldn't complete it. Marty, you talked about the clock earlier. At some point it becomes your enemy. At some point it becomes your friend. Right now it's the enemy of the Cougars, a friend of the Comets.
2nd and 10 from the Comet 33. First minute of play in the 4th quarter, Crestwood up 21-7. Warner, play action. Going to the sideline, he has a man. It is caught by Fisher, complete at the 15 for a Harry's You Pull It first down.
Impressed with the catch, but I'm more impressed with the throw. Watch this after the fake. He pulls it down and then makes another attempt at the throw. Decent coverage there by Swank. Not good enough.
There is an injured Crestwood player on the far sideline. believe it may be Garrett Swank for Crestwood. He was the one that pushed Fisher out of bounds. But when play resumes, the Cougars will have a 1st and 10 from the Crestwood 15. And Swank leaves the field with a little bit of a limp, trying to run it off.
I think he just got tangled up in that coverage. Might have taken a foot to the shin, or because he's moving pretty good now.
But he will have to sit out at least a play. So the Cougars will come out 1st and 10 from the Comet 15, and they enter the Grand Central red zone. 3 receivers set to the bottom of your screen. Warner, he's going to take it and be stacked up by a host of red jerseys.
I'll tell you what, I have to comment on Crestwood's defense. They're very quick to the football. They're very, very good defensive pursuit.
Gain of 1 makes it 2nd and 9. And I think the defensive line jumped for Crestwood, so it'll suddenly become 2nd and 4 for this Cougar offense.
Penalty will help the Cougars move deeper into the red zone. 11:08 left, 4th quarter.
Damiano Funeral Home, located in McAdoo, providing traditional and pre-arrangement services and cremations, which are performed at their on-site facility. For professional and courteous service, call Damiano Funeral Home, 570-929-2820. And heading to the end zone for a 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria touchdown. Big man Kevin Molesky.
I'll tell you what, they just hit him with the quick hitter right at the A gap. The guard center gap. He was able to take it in the end zone. We'll take another look right here. Off the ball. Offensive line, left side of the offensive line, caved it in. Molesky found the lane.
His 8th rushing touchdown. Russo's Sacco Chiropractic extra point is good. 10:57 left in the 4th. The Cougars are back within 7.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
Chris and Ashley are working on a new Pocono Mountains magazine.
I hear they have a lot of stuff to pull together.
You know, we need a magazine.
Like a map?
Exactly.
Somewhere that shows all the great restaurants, date nights, girls' weekends, skiing, water parks, and maybe spas?
Exactly.
I have no idea where that could be.
Why not get your own copy of Pocono Mountains magazine at PoconoMountains.com.
Joey Harkin back after the turnover. The Cougar defense held and got a missed field goal. Their offense gets on the board. Early portions of the 4th, they're down 7. Russo back on for a Barbush automotive kickoff for Hazleton area. And they're going to try the onside kick. It's loose. What do the officials have? Believe Matthew Casadas came out with it for Hazleton area. They'll have the ball at the Crestwood 48. What a call.
Well, I know one thing that surprised Crestwood. Right here, you're going to take a look at it. Ball down the field. Excellent job. One of the things you have, your front line is supposed to meet that kickoff covered team. They didn't do that. They hung back.
One thing I noticed on the replay, we'll get to it after this play. Warner, play action. He's going down the sideline. It is incomplete. looking for Casadas. DeMarzo on the coverage. But the one thing to say about Casadas, he did not rush things. He waited for it to go 10 yards and then jumped on a great heady play.
Well, you know what he did? He was following right alongside the kicker. And he didn't want to pass him. He just kept that pace. And when that front didn't come up to block, Casadas right there. Now you have to take advantage.
2nd and 10 from the Comet 48. Bookman the lone back behind Warner. They're going to run a draw to Bookman. And he is hauled down after a short gain. That was DeMarzo that came up and made the tackle.
Great job by DeMarzo coming up to make that tackle, because when Bookman, as we look at the S.J. Kowalski replay, you're going to see it right here. That's a very sure open field, because that's what it was, an open field for Bookman. Open field tackle forcing a 3rd down.
And if he didn't make that tackle, Bookman might have had a lot of green. 3rd and 9 for the Cougars. Warner being pressured. Flag is down. He's across the line of scrimmage as well. I think, there's a late flag. I think Warner pass was complete to Price. But I think at the very least, Warner was across the line, and we may even have a hold.
I think we have a hold, as you mentioned, and across the line of scrimmage. So here you're going to see it, Marty. Warner looking. Decent job with protection, but they have an inside hold. And there you see the throw, but Warner was upfield by 2 or 3 yards.
As they sort through the penalties, the Crestwood Banjo gives us a little rendition of Sweet Caroline.
And I'm enjoying it.
They decline the hold. Illegal forward pass is a loss of down. So it'll bring up 4th down. Once again, the hold is declined. Illegal forward pass. Loss of down. Now we just have to march it off. It's going to go back to the Cougar 48, leaving them with a 4th and 14.
Now you couldn't take advantage of the onside kick recovery. You're going to have to punt it away. Or maybe you're looking to do something here, but you have 10 minutes and you have all your timeouts left.
Russo for the BLB Auto Sales punt. Low line drive that takes a big Cougar roll. It's going to roll inside the 5. And the Cougars are going to down it inside the 3. Nicely done by Luke Russo.
Because he had time to take a couple extra steps to get that ball rotating the right way. The reason I didn't respond to Sweet Caroline, I thought maybe Neil Diamond was in the house.
They got to bring him out for a 4th quarter performance out at midfield. So as Sweet Caroline comes to an end, the Crestwood Comets, in the shadow of their own goalpost, start 1st and 10. Looks like we'll officially call it the 3. This will be Miller on 1st down. He's going to be tripped up across the 5 by Barrett.
Number 5 out over the 5-yard line.
He may have picked up 5 on the play.
Marty, this is where you need your defense to make a stand, make a stop, because we're under 10 minutes. If they can extend this drive, they're going to be using up the clock. Something you can't afford right now. Miller, nice job picking up almost 5 yards on that 1st down play.
Mattarella is the first to hit Miller, but Miller does a great job of staying on his feet to cross the 10 to the 11 to make it 3rd and short.
You could see why Miller's been such an effective rusher with the ball. He picks up again 4 tough yards, forcing that 3rd down.
We're officially going to call it 3rd and 2 from the 11. Petrosky content to take time off the clock, awaiting to head to the huddle. They may even take a timeout here as the play clock is down to 10 and Petrosky is still with Coach Arcangeli. Down to 5. Crestwood takes their first timeout, leading 21-14.
Experience the beauty of the Valley Country Club and let them sponsor you for your next event. Toss the flowers and dance the night away with their course as your backdrop. Let Valley Country Club host your next special occasion, whether it's a bridal or baby shower, anniversary, celebration of life, pool party, charity fundraiser, business meeting, golf outing, corporate, private, or social event.
John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall. Enjoy a full menu with all homemade food. From breakfast, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and desserts. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. The food is great, the price is right. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Barber Ford has the largest selection of Ford commercial vehicles in Northeast PA with over 50 Super Duties in stock. Plus, Barber Ford is the only Ford commercial vehicle center in the area, participating with the state's cooperative purchasing program, CoStars. Barber Ford, where the pros go for trucks.
After the Crestwood timeout, a 3rd and 2 from the Comet 11. Miller in the first half, 3 carries, 5 yards. He's had 16 carries for 54 yards here in the second half. Petrosky will go out of the gun. He rolls right, throws, complete to Naminsky. It's going to depend on the spot. Bookman made the tackle. And it looks like the Comets got enough for a Harry's. You pull it first down.
I'll tell you what, it wasn't bad coverage, Marty. Petrosky on the roll. Bookman right there did an excellent job of coming up from that defensive position. They didn't need much, 3 or 4 yards, and they got it.
So the ball's marked at the Comet 15, 1st and 10. I would think they'll go back to number 5. He gets to carry his 17th of the second half, and the Cougars stack him up for no gain, maybe a yard. Hunsinger and Molesky led the charge. Joe, you got a scoring drive from the Cougars last score.
Before the onside kick, Molesky 9 yards. Russo with the kick, 8 plays, 80 yards. 21-14. We're at 7:30.
The big play was that 35-yard completion to Casadas. 2nd and 9 from the Comet 16. You can watch the clock tick down to 7:20 left in the ballgame. Cougars down 7 on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. It's a toss to Miller. Flag is thrown late.
Flag on the play.
Miller got to the 20, but we'll wait for the call from Harry Caskey and his crew.
Yeah, defense didn't do a bad job. Miller really couldn't find a lot of room up the field.
It's a hold against the offense.
Big plus for the defense there. You know, you want the ball back quick, but this is an occasion where you have to take the penalty because it's so, you don't want to say, okay, let's go to 3rd down when the ball's going back to the 9-yard line.
That leaves Crestwood with a 2nd and 14. 7 minutes and counting left in the 4th quarter. Crestwood up 7 on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Petrosky is going to go out of the gun. Petrosky, quick drop. Pass is almost picked. Looking for Kreiser. Shamani was there defensively.
I'll tell you, very, very... poor throw by Petrosky. By the way he's played tonight, but he almost threw that ball directly to Shamani. A little high, and Shamani couldn't bring it down.
Now I would think here something very simple on 3rd and 16 from the 9. 6:44 left, and now Petrosky will take the second timeout for Crestwood, up 7.
The Falvello Law Firm, located at 641 Route 93 in Sugarloaf, offers help with car and truck accidents, wills, powers of attorney, and estates. With a small team of attorneys, they work directly with each and every client, serving all of northeastern Pennsylvania. They are proud to offer legal services that make a real difference to you. Call them at 570-788-4191.
Bonanza Steakhouse, 574 Susquehanna Boulevard in Hazel Township, has an unbeatable buffet filled with something for everyone. Our menu includes the finest flame-grilled steaks, barbecue ribs, chicken, seafood, or sandwiches. You can add the buffet to any entree for a little more. Bonanza features daily specials. Join us Saturday and Sunday for our breakfast buffet that includes our famous omelet and egg station, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Crestwood is left with 1 timeout remaining. They have a 3rd and 16. It's going to be a double reverse. This is Swank. Swank is going to be forced out of bounds by Shamani and Reed, well short of the first down, and the Cougar defense will force a punt. The other thing, Joe, they forced Swank out of bounds, stop the clock at 6:36.
Yeah, defense did a good job leveling off, not chasing, but the double reverse, they didn't really chase anyone. Everybody played their position. Good play defensively, not something that I look at as a third down play. You don't have a lot of things left in your playbook at 3rd and long, but
the BLB Auto Sales punt by Shudak takes a Crestwood roll, and it's going to come to a stop at the Cougar 41. That's where they'll take over with 6:25 remaining with 3 timeouts. Crestwood Pharmacy, located at 10 South Mountain Boulevard in Mountaintop. They're your one-stop shop for all your health and prescription needs. Pillbox services available, professional and friendly service, flu shots available as well. Walk-ins are welcome. Stop in today or give them a call, 570-474-5859. Crestwood Pharmacy, 10 South Mountain Boulevard in Mountaintop.
Great job. Hazleton, same with you. We appreciate what you do for your teams.
if my mind serves me correctly, I think we had an overtime game here, the first game of the year.
And we had an overtime game 2 weeks ago at Armin Geist. You looking for OT number 3, Coach?
Well, offense has to perform.
They'll start with Bookman. He eluded one tackle, stepped out of bounds. Looks like they'll give him a gain of 3 to the 44.
I'll tell you what, DeMarzo did a good job again coming up, forcing Bookman out of bounds after a 3-yard gain.
Coming up at the end of tonight's game, Joe and I will select an Arc Electric The Wire Guys player of the game. But we still have 6:20 of game action remaining here in the fourth. 21-14, Crestwood in front on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Cougars come out 2nd and 7. Again with the pistol look. And again it's Bookman. Coming from behind Petrachko to hold him to 1 yard.
Nice job by the interior of that common front, led by Petrachko to pick up a yard. Looking at 3rd down. Now you start thinking, Marty, am I going to give the ball up with 5:57 and clock running? Or do I make an attempt for the first down?
3rd and 6 from the Cougar 45. Clock continues to run. As you see on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, Cougars with all 3 timeouts remaining. Warner being blitzed. Rolls right. Dumps it off. It is complete but shy of the first down to Casadas.
Same thing. Warner gets outside. He's able to find a little room. Casadas, as we have we're going to take a look at the S.J. Kowalski replay here. Really picked up a couple of yards, make it 4th and maybe 4. But we have timeout for an injury.
Harding made the tackle for Crestwood, and I believe he's the injured Comet player at the far sideline, the Hazleton area sideline. So Coach Arcangeli and the medical staff will go check on him. But as you mentioned, Joe, a critical 4th and 3 coming up from the Cougar 48.
5:22. What do? You give it up here, then you're asking your defense to make a big stop at the other end. If you're Crestwood, you're asking your offense and your offensive line, you say to them, it's your game, you take it over. Personally, I wouldn't give it up here. I try to extend it, because if you give it up here, you may not get it back.
Right. Harding will leave under his own power, as you see there. I believe that is under the camera of our pinch hitter tonight, the marvelous one, Mike Lula. Glad to have Mike back with us for the last couple weeks of the season. We've missed having him around. Even though he still believes JETS means just end the season. Just kidding.
Woo!
4th and 3 from the 48. Comets show pressure. They give to Molesky. And they're going to roll him, looks like short by about a yard. The Crestwood defense holds on downs.
Thought he had a shot at it, but he went down just short of that first down marker. As you mentioned, the Crestwood defense coming up big. Look at the S.J. Kowalski replay. Right there.
I believe that was DeMarzo again coming up on run support.
He's done a nice job defensively for the Comets. Now, you're going to have to use your timeouts on defense if you can make a stop here.
They're going to give it to the first man through. That is Logan Arnold for a gain of about 2 to the 48 of Hazleton area.
Now you have two things going on. You have one side, they're going to use all of the play clock. The other side, they want to hurry things along.
Second and 8 from the 48. Petrosky under center. Play action. Petrosky rolling right, being pressured by Reed. Got it off. Complete for a gain of 4 to Arnold. Bookman and Bugdaw on the tackle.
I'll tell you what, Bryce Reed again does a great job with pressure. Look at the S.J. Kowalski replay. There you see Reed doing a nice job of Bookman up very quickly.
And on this critical third down, Swank, who was injured earlier in the quarter, limps off the field for this critical third down for the Crestwood offense. And he'll be looked at the training table. 3rd and 4, Comets from the Cougar 44. DeMarzo to the top of your screen on one-on-one coverage. They're going to give it to Miller. Miller gets his way inside the 40 with hard running and a Harry's. You pull it first down.
Very impressive by Miller. Got a little bit of a gap here. You see a backside guard pulling again. But Miller, after first contact, picks up the first down. That's the sign of a very good running back.
So now the clock, as you mentioned, Joe, the enemy of the defense, running with 3:20 and counting left in the game, and I would think now's probably the time that the timeouts will start being used.
Timeouts, and the other thing is tackle the football. Go after it. Punch it out. Grab it, whatever you have to do.
Toss to Miller. This to the near sideline. He cuts it back. Miller gets inside the 30. Depends on the spot, but a big gain on first down.
Toss play. Fullback leading. That's Logan Arnold. Miller does an excellent job taking it up the field. You have to have, again, linebacker or fast run support. Didn't happen.
A gain of 9 by Miller makes it 2nd and 1 from the Cougar 29. Miller up the middle. Stays on his feet for a gain of 4, and another Harry's you pull it first down.
Excellent job by Crestwood's offensive line, getting a little movement. The Cougar defense playing tough. Miller's tough to bring down, Marty.
Coming up at the end of tonight's game, Joe and I will select an Arc Electric The Wire Guys player of the game. New set of downs for Crestwood. Clock running, approaching 1:45 left. Miller hit in the backfield, drop for a loss by Bugda. Hazleton area takes their first timeout, down 7. We're going to keep it here after Bugda came up with the tackle for loss of 2.
Great job by Bugda getting up the field, staying low. Good time, good first timeout because you held them at the line of scrimmage or even a loss. Marty, one of the things here, if you make a stop, a good stop again, you got to use your second timeout right away.
Miller, 22 of his 25 carries here in the second half. He's got a total of 80 yards on the night. The senior's been a workhorse on senior night here in the second half. He'll get his 26th carry. Molesky brings him down for another loss. Cougars take their second timeout, down 7.
Life is full of partners. Your health deserves a partner too.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Hey guys, it's Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. It's Jeep Adventure Days and Ram Power Days. Save over 10 grand on the 2019 Dodge Ram Classic Quad Cab. On the 2019 Compass Latitude, save over $8,000. You love that Grand Cherokee Limited, save yourself over $7,000. You get a Dodge, you get a Jeep, and you get a Ram. So come on down to Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, and see why we ride the lowest price guaranteed.
Cougars take their second timeout. They have 1 remaining.
Molesky, good play defensively right before the timeout, Marty. Backside came hard and made the tackle.
3rd and 15 from the Cougar 30. Petrosky's out of the gun. He's got Miller to his left. Naminsky at tight end at the top of the formation. Petrosky's going to look to run it himself. Cuts it back. Cougars pursue well. Drop him for a loss of 2. Cougars take their final timeout, down 7.
Timeout, Cougars.
We'll keep it here. We see the S.J. Kowalski replay.
Nice job right here.
Mattarella and Reed.
Mattarella did a good job getting up quickly on Petrosky.
Hey, Dennis, get with Ryan Mack so you know what's going on.
Mattarella's been another one of these junior defensive players for Hazleton area. As the years gone on, he's gotten better and better each game we've seen him.
Marty, we're looking at this defense. Santos a senior, then you have junior. Reed, another senior. Fisher, a senior. Then you have freshman, junior, and 3 freshmen. The core of that defense coming back next year.
And Mattarella, who made that play, is going to be out on this 4th down play as he was injured on that last tackle. So he's going to leave the field for this critical 4th down, in which Hazleton area needs to get the ball back here with 1:28 left in the ball game, and officially a 4th and 14 for the Comets.
something stupid, the screen again. That's why we're running.
Now, with it being 4th down, if you don't convert, the clock will stop anyway. Is this where maybe you look for maybe Naminsky crossing the formation?
Or straight up the field, because you have to be aware of your receiver. You have 2 wide, both sides.
Petrosky to throw, looking to the end zone, has a man. It's a 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria touchdown to Jesse Zakoski.
Tell you what, just ran a go route out there. Petrosky, great throw, great catch. You take another look at it on the S.J. Kowalski replay. He had good time. His offensive line gave him the time. Zakoski, excellent job on the catch.
Flag is down by Harry Caskey.
There's a flag at the 20-yard line.
They're going to talk to Coach Brennan. I wonder if we got a celebration. I don't know. I don't like to criticize officials, but sometimes, especially on like senior night, when a senior and Jesse Zakoski gets a touchdown.
And a big one.
Yeah.
A big one.
You know, you like
it was
you enjoy to see these kids have the emotion and in the thrill of what looks to be a victory, and a celebration penalty called against the Comets. So Romanowski is going to be on for the Sacco Chiropractic extra point, and Coach Arcangeli wants a clarification from Harry Caskey.
Well, you know what, and he deserves one. He wants to, if it's something he can deal with, and after the game or during the next week in practice, he'll do that.
So it'll be assessed on the kickoff, the unsportsmanlike conduct against the Comets. And as you mentioned, Joe, we don't know if something could have been said, but it was just the celebration. As Romanowski's Sacco Chiropractic extra point is up and good. 1:22 left in the game, and Crestwood has taken a 2-possession lead, 28-14 on senior night. And the Comets look like they'll have cemented a home playoff game next weekend. We're guessing right now against North Pocono in the District 2 Class 4A classification. Some other scores around the area. Berwick leading Wilkes-Barre area in the 4th, 55-22. Wyoming Valley West leading Williamsport 28-14 in the 4th. I think the loss really damages Hazleton area, but with a Williamsport loss, let's see how the power rankings play out as the Cougars were holding out hope to get to Week 11.
Crestwood, I'm sure looking forward to next week, coming off a win, very good win for them. Petrowski played well, their offensive line played well, defensively they got very good help from the defensive front and their secondary. Last touchdown, Zakoski, 29 yards from Petrowski. Romanowski with the kick, 9 plays, 50 yards. Miller, 5 for 14 rushes. Petrowski, 2 for 2, 33 yards, including the touchdown.
And Joe, I've just been notified it's gone final. Wyoming Valley West has defeated Williamsport 28-14. So we'll see how things play out in the power rankings as far as who gets that last spot in 6A Interdistrict in a meeting with Delaware Valley. Shudak for the Barbush Automotive kickoff. It's going to be taken by Fisher at the 33. He's across the 40. Fisher is going to be out across the 48. So Hazleton area needs a quick score here in the final minute 16 and get it back. They're down 2 scores.
Yeah, one of the things you're going to have to use your sideline a little bit if you're going to try to work it down the field. You have no timeouts left. Do the Cougars, so you're looking at Warner and his receiving core or back out of the backfield trying to move the ball down the field.
Now we have a flag in the Crestwood secondary. wonder if it's a substitution. Substitution penalty against the Comets. So that should move it 5 yards and make it 1st and 5 for Hazleton area.
Prior to the snap, an illegal substitution against the Comets.
Like maybe the Comets wanted to get an extra defensive back in the game to help with the passing defense.
Warner to pass. Can't find anybody. Throws down the field, and they're going to roll it incomplete, out of bounds. Was Casadas. Bring up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what the substitution was. Warner looking, had some time to throw, just couldn't find anybody. Somebody needs to get off the field, and they bring a defensive lineman off the field. Petrochko, who's had a pretty good game for the Comets.
Warner on 2nd and 5. Throws down the middle of the field for Casadas. He was double covered by Kulak and Stoltz. 3rd and 5 coming up with 1:01 remaining.
Good coverage by that Crestwood secondary, and again, looks like they're going with a 3-man rush.
Warner looks short. Now he's under pressure and incomplete, looking for Casadas. And I'll tell you what, Joe, this Crestwood team, I don't think I'd be real anxious to want to have them show up in my bracket in that 4A District 2 playoff.
They played well tonight. They're going into the playoffs on a good level. They played well, both sides of the ball. Coach Ryan Arcangeli has done a nice job with them. But I'll tell you what, Coach Brennan has done a good job with Hazleton. Just haven't seen it in the win-loss situation.
On 4th and 5, Warner looking for Mattias. It's intercepted. Picked off by Swank. And he'll go out of bounds to seal the senior night victory for the Crestwood Comets. 44.1 seconds remain. And Joe, if this is it for Hazleton area, that they don't get a week 11, they're going to lose some quality seniors. But I think they've got a lot to build on this strong second half. You mentioned the juniors and the freshmen on that defense. They've gotten a lot of experience this year, and as I mentioned, build off this strong second half that they've had.
I'm looking at probably 13 or 14 starters coming back next year. That's a good place to be if you're Hazleton area in the football program.
So I would think Petrosky will take at least one knee.
And we're going to take a knee.
Let's see when they reset the... Looks like he will have to run one more play. Coach Arcangeli just got a Gatorade bath.
I'm sure he's excited about that.
And I don't think we've talked enough. What a great job he's done in his first year, taking over for Coach Myers, that did a great job in his tenure here at Crestwood. Coach Arcangeli, a great first year at the helm here at Crestwood.
Yeah, he and his assistant coaches deserve a lot of credit for taking this Crestwood team. And they're going to move into the first round of the playoffs.
And they're going to face, we believe, North Pocono right back here next weekend in a first-round matchup in the District 2 4A classification. Hazleton area has to wait and see how the numbers play out, if they have completed their season or if they'll get one more week to compete in this 2019 season. Coaches meeting at midfield to shake hands. Waiting on Mike and Eddie to get together with Coach Arcangeli, who's got to be real happy with his team's performance here on senior night as they come away with the victory, 28-14 over Hazleton area.
You know, they have a very good balance, Crestwood. They can hurt you with the run with Miller, Petrowski, but they can hurt you with the pass. They have Naminsky, they have Petrowski, they have Swank. So very good balance by that Crestwood offense.
Mike and Eddie have to head to the opposite side of the field to find Coach Arcangeli. And before he addresses his team, Coach Arcangeli cordially is going to come over and meet with Mike Sosar out near midfield. And it looks like we're all set up. Let's head down to Mike Sosar with winning head coach Coach Arcangeli.
Guys up in the booth talked about how the defense was able to hold the Cougars only to 2 scores on the night, 1 score in the second half. Your thoughts?
Tremendous effort. I mean, a tremendous effort. We talked all week about taking care of each day that we can control. And the seniors did such a great job bouncing back from last week when our defensive probably was hurt a little bit and getting off the field on 3rd down, not allowing explosive plays sometimes. All right, but what an outstanding job. Our staff does an amazing job to get our kids prepared to play football.
And of course, we can't talk about the victory without talking about number 5, Ryan Miller. Over 1,000 yards, 10 TDs on the air, and just a really big part in tonight's 2-score win.
He earned all 51 yards they needed tonight against that front. What a tremendous effort by that team. Mike had him ready to play. But him to get 1,000 yards, for our quarterback to throw for 1,000 yards. I believe with that touchdown pass, he's the leading touchdown passer in Crestwood history and on senior night. I can't ask for any more from these guys.
You definitely cannot, except you have one more game, one more to go next week with the start of districts. 6-4 on the regular season now.
Yeah. And whoever it's going to be, we have to have a really good week of preparation, whether it be Tunkhannock again, which is an unbelievable football team, or a coach coming down from North Post. It's going to shake out. We have to have a really good week of preparation, but it's nice to be home for a playoff game, and it's a goal of ours to be 6 wins or better, to have a home playoff game, and to be able to do that. Really special for these seniors.
Coach Arc, best of luck the rest of the way, and thanks so much for your time, buddy.
I appreciate it. Take care, guys.
We'll send it back upstairs. Thanks, Marty.
Congratulations to Coach Arcangeli and his Crestwood Comets. As we mentioned, what a great job he and his staff has done in his first season. He talked about senior Ryan Miller going over 1,000 yards. Ryan Petrowski, a quarterback, went over 1,000 yards as well. A total team effort, and the passing game got them through the first half, Joe, and then they came out second half, and they went to their workhorse, Ryan Miller.
And I'm going to tell you something else. You don't have a 1,000-yard passer. You don't have a 1,000-yard rusher without some good offensive linemen, so you have to credit also that offensive line of Crestwood.
I believe we're moments away from getting a look at the Arc Electric, the Wire Guys player of the game, and we went with junior quarterback Ryan Petrowski, 16 of 22 passing, 226 yards, 2 touchdowns. He went over 1,000 yards passing on the season, 7 carries, 39 yards for Petrowski. Ran the offense very well tonight for Crestwood.
Yeah, he handled the ball well. I think he and Warner are a little similar, not so much physically, but the way they've learned to handle the football. The defense is not quite sure what they're doing, and which is what you want as a quarterback. You hide the ball a little bit, do a good job on bootleg. Both of them, Ryan Petrowski leads the Comets to victory tonight.
He is our Arc Electric, the Wire Guys player of the game. Ryan Miller, 26 carries, 77 yards, a touchdown. Garrett Swank receiving 6 catches, 91 yards and a touchdown. For Hazleton area, Kellen Warner, 11 of 23, 148 yards, a touchdown and a late interception. Matt Fisher, 3 catches, 71 yards. Matthew Casadas, 4 catches, 61 yards. I know we want to wrap it up, but I need a few minutes to give out some thank yous, as this may be our final broadcast of the 2019 high school football season. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, you saw a bunch of sponsors and heard about a bunch of sponsors, not only tonight but all season long. If the need arises, please use those sponsors to take care of your needs, because they support us to allow us to come on the air. So many thanks to the great sponsors we've had all season long. Please remember them whenever the need arises for their particular business that they offer, and please support them if you can. And many thanks to our sponsors. Also got to thank Coach Arcangeli, Coach Brennan, and all the coaches and teams that we've dealt with this year. It's been great working with them. It's been a great season of football, and I've enjoyed working with all of these teams. And I got to thank the great production crew. They are the best in the business. We'll see them in the credits. You get to see their names, but they make us look a heck of a lot better than what we actually are. And many thanks to our production crew. Got to thank Mike Sosar on the sidelines. Some people say, what all does Mike do? Well, Mike also keeps us in breaks when we're taking those commercial breaks that you get to hear from our sponsors, along with his sideline work on air. Thank you, Mike Sosar, for another great 2019 season. With that, we ought to thank the officials for their cooperation, because they work with us. They work with Mike on the sidelines to allow us to take our full-minute breaks, keep us within the action that we don't miss a play. So thank you to all the officiating crews that we worked this year. Got to thank the Hazleton Sports Hall of Famer, Jim Burns, again, doing a great job making us look good with his numbers.
Always. The
best in the business as he. And Joe, you are the best. I've enjoyed working with you again this year. Maybe we'll get the chance to do it again, but buddy, it's been a great 2019.
Thank you much. I enjoyed it, Marty, and hopefully, we'll, as you said, we'll get to do it again. That's like music to my ears.
We always thoroughly enjoy when we get to August and get ready to football season and get back together. But thank you to everyone. Hopefully I didn't forget anybody. If I did, I thoroughly apologize. So now, for our great production crew led by our director, Barry J.S., you'll get to see their names coming up on the graphics that we're showing you right now. Thank you for a great 2019 season. Got to thank Jim Burns for the great stats, Mike Sosar, Joe DeMelfi, I'm Marty Burns, saying so long from Mountaintop. Your final score, Crestwood 28, Hazleton area 14. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation. Thank you to everyone, and thank you to the viewers for watching. And good night from Mountaintop.
You're watching WYLN TV. We're your local network.
Helping your dollars go further every day. Stay here for fantastic bargains. This is Penny's Classifieds from WYLN TV 35.